Keep your mics muted unless I ask you to unmute, please. Just waiting for everybody to join and we'll get started. We're on page 364 in the reading writing workshop. Page 364, reading writing workshop. You also need your notebook. Please keep your mics muted unless I ask you to unmute. Farida, your mic is not on. It's not connected. Jada, your mic is also not, and now it is, Jada. Okay. Yes, Muhammad.
Good morning. Miss Amanda, is there a homework today?
Is there homework listed on your weekly plan?
It says reminder.
Okay, does it have any homework listed?
I think no.
That's right, it doesn't.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. All right, just one more minute and I'll take attendance. We have quite a few people missing. We have about half the class here only. I'll give them 1 minute and we'll take attendance and start with or without them, whatever we have when we start. Yes, Farida, what's your question?
I'm sorry for disrupting, but I wanted to ask which books do we need?
Yeah, I've already announced that. I told you, I said we are on page 364 in the reading writing workshop. It's right here on the screen. And I also announced that you need your notebook.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
I was going to ask the same question as Farida.
Okay, guys, it's really important that you pay attention because this is the third time that I've been asked now about the books, and I announced when we first opened. So you guys have to pay attention, please.
Okay, sorry, because I entered when you said that.
No, honey, you were already in the meeting. All right, you're going to need your literature anthology, reading writing workshop, and your notebook. Literature anthology, reading writing workshop, and your notebook. All right, so today we're going to go over the vocabulary. And you're going to look up the definitions for the words while we are in the session, and we're going to discuss them. Okay, we'll go ahead and take attendance because we have quite a few people that are late. And we are now 5 minutes into the session. So we'll take attendance now, and anybody who joins late, I will mark them late. All right. So when I call your name, unmute your mic to say here, and then mute your mic again, okay? All right. Abdurrahman Kareem.
Here.
Thank you. Adito.
Here.
Thank you. Basil.
Here.
Iyad Adil. Iyad Adil. Iyad Tamer. Iyad Tamer. Hamza.
Here.
Thank you. Muaz.
Here.
Thank you. Muhammad.
I'm here.
Mustafa?
Here.
Mustafa? Omar? Omar? Tahir?
Here.
Thank you. Wahba?
Here.
Yassine? Yassine? Yusuf?
Here.
Thank you, Yusuf. Isel? Isel? Farah?
Here.
Thank you, Farida.
Here.
Jada?
Here.
Jenna?
Here.
Jumana?
Here.
Leanne?
Here.
Leela? Leela? Melik? Melik? Melik, I see your name in the meeting. I need to hear your voice. Melik?
I was getting the book. I'm here.
Pilar?
Here.
Reem?
Here.
Redmini?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
Okay, and Tia. Tia. All right. Yes, Adel, I saw you when you joined, honey. All right, Leanne, you still have your hand up. Do you have a question? Okay. All right, so let's start first. We're going to take a look at your vocabulary words today. You're going to look up the words in the back of the literature anthology book, and we're going to discuss the words. You should write the definitions down in your notebook. So we will start first with the word archaeology. Archaeology. Okay, look up the word in your book. I will give you a minute and a half to look up the word and write it down, and then I will call on someone randomly to tell us what archaeology means. So everyone should be prepared to answer. Look up the word. Abdurrahman, if you have a question, you should raise your hand.
I don't have a question. I want to say something.
What do you want?
I wrote the definitions yesterday of the vocabulary. And
Okay, that's fine. You don't need to write them again if you wrote them. Okay, you can use the ones that you wrote yesterday to participate. Okay? Yes, Sarah.
I know the definition of archaeology.
Archaeology?
Yes.
Archaeology. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, honey. Thank you. I'm going to call on someone randomly. I want everybody in the class to write down the definitions. I need everyone to write. Okay? All right, let me pick someone to tell me what archaeology means. Everyone should be prepared to answer because we don't know who I'm going to pick. Okay, Jumana. What does archaeology mean? Jumana. Muhammad, what does archaeology mean?
Archaeology, the study of the way humans lived in the past.
That's exactly right. Archaeology is the study of the way humans lived in the past. So we have archaeologists that do digs and find old artifacts, old pieces of history that they find, and they are able to tell about how humans lived in the past. All right, Jada, read the sentence for archaeology for us, please.
Okay. Helen, sorry, the greatest student in archaeology helped to uncover the ancient temple.
Okay, so the graduate student in archaeology helped to uncover the ancient temple. Ancient means very, very old. A graduate student is someone who has already graduated from college and they go back to further their studies. So archaeology, we said, is the study of humans in the past. So this student who is studying archaeology helped to discover an ancient temple. Okay, thank you. All right, our next word, document. Document. Look up the word document and write the definition, please. Document. Document. Do you have a question, Reem?
No, I want to answer document.
Okay, but I said I'm going to call on people randomly. I expect everyone to write the definition, so I will call on people to answer. You don't have to raise your hand. I'm going to call on people. All right. The next word is document. Muaz, what does document mean?
Document.
Document. Okay, when I call on you guys, I expect you ready to answer.
To record something with facts and evidence.
Okay, to record something with facts and evidence. Evidence is proof of something. Okay, so to document something means that you write it down and record it with proof and with evidence. Okay, all right. Let's see. Adel, read the sentence, please, for us for document.
Okay. Eileen writes in her diary some she can document the events of her day.
Okay, that's right. Helen writes in her diary so she can document the events of her day. So she is writing down what is happening each day. She is documenting to write down something that happens in her diary every day, okay? All right, the next word is era. Era. Please look up the word era in the back of the literature anthology now and write down the definition. Adito, do you have a question?
Can I answer the next one?
Guys, I am calling on people randomly. Everyone needs to be ready to answer. All right, our next word is era. All right, everybody should be finished writing the definition for era. All right, Tamer, what does era mean?
Era means a time period throughout history marked by events, people, things, or conditions.
That's right, okay? So an era is a period of time in history that usually begins with an important event. Okay, so the events help to shape the era. When we count the time, it's based on important events. All right, let's see. Leanne, read the sentence for era, please. Leanne,
Yes.
read the sentence for Era, please.
Okay. The moon landing in 1969 began a new era of space exploration.
All right, very good. The moon landing in 1969 began a new era of space exploration. So this means they began to count the era of space exploration. Once they had landed on the moon, everything about space exploration changed. So they began to count how space was being explored in a different way beginning in 1969 because of the moon landing. Again, we said era is a period of time in history that usually is based on important events. All right, next word, evidence. Okay, look up the word evidence and write the definition. Evidence. Okay, Abdurrahman, what does evidence mean?
Evidence means proof or sign of something.
I'm sorry, can you raise your voice a little bit? I can't hear you.
Proof or sign of something.
That's right. Evidence means the proof of something. It's how we can say that something has happened is because we have proof. Okay, thank you. Malik, can you read the sentence for evidence, please?
The detectives looked for evidence at the crime scene.
Okay, so they are looking for proof of how the crime happened at the crime scene. These are the detectives in their suits, and they are looking for proof of how the crime happened. All right, let's move on now to page 365. Our next word is expedition. Expedition. Look up the word expedition in your glossary in the back of the literature anthology, please. Remember, you are writing down these definitions because we will have a test on this reading story from this week, next Monday. All right. Yusuf, what does expedition mean?
A journey made for a specific reason.
That's right. Okay. So an expedition is a journey that you make because you want to do something in particular. You have a reason for making your journey. Okay. This is expedition. All right. Ragmini, can you read the sentence for expedition, please?
Okay. The wildlife biologist led an expedition to explore the rainforest.
Okay. So this wildlife biologist, the person who studies biology, set out on an expedition, a journey, and her reason was because she wanted to explore the rainforest. Again, a journey with a particular reason. That's an expedition. All right, the next word is permanent. Permanent. Please look up the word permanent and write the definition.
Yes,
Okay. Malik, do you have a question?
Yeah, so do we have a test on Monday?
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Not tomorrow, next week, sweetheart. After I eat. On Sunday, we'll review for the quiz, and Monday you'll have your quiz. All right. Reem, tell us what permanent means.
Permanent meant to
One
last
second, somebody
without
has their
change.
mic muted, unmuted.
Meant to last without change.
Okay, so something that is permanent is something that is meant to last for a long time without changing, like a permanent marker. You know, when we write on the board with a permanent marker, we can't erase it. That's because it's meant to stay there for a long time without changing. People use permanent markers, so what they write cannot be erased. All right, let's see. Pilar, can you read the sentence, please, for permanent?
The pyramids were made
You
of
gotta raise your voice, honey, we can't hear.
the pyramids are made of large stones, so they would stay fixed and permanent.
Very good. Okay, so the pyramids are made of large stones because they were expected to last for many, many years. Okay, so permanent, again, we said when something is meant to be long lasting without change. Okay, write the definition, please, for the word tremendous from your literature anthology book. Tremendous. Okay, Tahir, can you tell us what the word tremendous means?
Yes.
Okay,
Tremendous means very large or enormous.
that's right. Tremendous is a synonym for large, great, enormous, huge. Okay, Wahba, read the sentence, please, for tremendous.
I can see a tremendous number of stars in the sky tonight.
Okay, so does that mean he sees a lot of stars or a few stars, Wahba? Wahba, does he see a lot of stars or a few stars?
A lot.
That's right. Tremendous means a large number of stars in the sky. Okay, thank you. All right, the last vocabulary word is uncover. Uncover. Please look up the definition for uncover and write it in your notebook. Okay, Basil, what does uncover mean?
Yes.
What does uncover mean?
Uncover, to discover, make known.
Okay, so to uncover something, especially we're talking about archaeology, is to discover something or make it known. So it's almost like finding something, but you are exposing it. You uncover, you remove the cover from it so that people can see it. So you make it known to people. Okay, Farah, can you read the sentence, please, for uncover?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
Can you read the sentence for uncover?
Okay. Sentence for which one? Uncover?
Yes,
Okay.
it's on the screen, honey.
What did you uncover when you cleaned the old painting?
Okay, so it shows a picture of someone cleaning an old painting in the picture. I'm sorry, it shows in the picture someone cleaning an old painting, and it says, what do you uncover? So once you clean it and you remove whatever is on the painting, do you uncover and reveal something? Do you expose something? Do you make something known? Okay. All right, so these are our vocabulary words for the week. Any questions regarding the 8 vocabulary words? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Yes, Lan. Yes, Lan.
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted. Evidence and error.
Okay, read the definition for evidence from your book. You wrote it in your notebook,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay, read it.
Proof or sign something.
Okay, so evidence is the proof of something. Like for instance, if I say the door in the classroom is blue, and then I take you to the classroom and I show you the door, the proof is that you can look at the door and see it's blue, right?
Yes.
So my evidence is that you can look at the door and see it is blue. It is the proof. It's how I prove what I am saying. Okay, read the definition that you have
Okay.
for error.
A time period throughout history marked by events, people, things, or conditions.
Okay, so the example that we used in the book is that a new era in space exploration began when they landed on the moon. That means that a new time period began for space exploration because for the first time they had traveled to another planet. So an era is a time period and it's usually marked by important events. For instance, we could
Okay.
say during the era of World War One, which means the time period that the world was in a war during the First World World War. Okay, so it's
Okay.
based on important events. We could say there's an era of automobile an era in the automobile industry when they first started making the car. Based on the event that they first started making cars, we could say that there's an era in present time now for the coronavirus, the time period that the coronavirus has been active. So the era is based on important events. It's a time period based on important events. Do you understand now?
Yes.
Leanne, do you understand? I can't hear you, Leanne.
Yes, I understand now.
All
Thank
right,
you.
honey. Okay, good. All right, now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to write our spelling words in our notebook. I chose to do this with you today because you are at home and on vacation and I didn't want to give you any homework. So we're going to write the spelling words for the week in our notebook together. All right, listen to the pronunciation, please, as I read the words for you. First word, pebble, pebble, humble, humble, double, double, gamble, gamble, trouble, trouble, uncle, uncle, needle, needle, fiddle, fiddle, cuddle, cuddle, cradle, cradle, jungle, jungle, single, single, marble, marble, ramble, ramble, tackle, tackle, ankle, ankle, freckle, freckle, buckle, buckle, hustle, hustle, and tangle, tangle, okay? Now, if there are words in the spelling list that you do not understand, please raise your hand. Okay, Yusuf, what's your question?
Miss, I just want to know, will I send the vocab words when I finish writing them?
No, honey.
Spelling?
No, honey, you don't have to submit them this week. They are
Okay,
for you to
thanks.
use to study for your test on Monday. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Hamza.
Miss, I don't understand gamble
Okay.
and cradle.
Okay. Okay, everybody put your hand down for 1 second, please. I'll ask you to raise them again. Please put your hands down. Iyad, Adil, and Yusuf, please put your hand down for 1 second. All right. Hamza does not know the word gamble. Do any of the classmates know the word gamble? Raise your hand if you know the word gamble. No one? All right. Well, that's actually a good thing. Gamble is when you place, Muhammad, are you raising your hand? Do you know, Muhammad, the meaning of gamble?
Yes,
Tell us.
like when you play a bet on someone for money.
That's right. When you place a bet on someone or something or on a game for money. Okay, that's right. This is what gamble means. When you place a bet on something, like when you risk your money and you place a bet that something will happen, maybe you can bet on horses, you can bet on a card game, you could bet on a fight, okay? This is gamble. All right, Farida, did you want to add something?
No, I was just gonna say the same thing as Muhammad said about
Okay.
gamble.
Okay, thank you. All
You're
right,
welcome.
now let's raise our, okay, now what about the word cradle? Who knows what the word cradle means? Well, how about tell us, what does cradle mean?
Cradle is like some. I don't know how to tell it, but when you hold the baby, you cradle it in your hands.
That's right, okay? A cradle can be more than one meaning. A cradle can be to hold a baby in your arms, the way that you hold the baby and you support him. This is to cradle him. You cradle him by putting your arms beneath the baby and supporting him. Or cradle can also be, let's see if Muhammad knows. What's another definition for cradle, Muhammad?
The baby's bed.
That's right, a baby bed, right. The baby's bed, when they are very small, is also called a cradle. Okay,
Miss Amanda,
yes.
I thought the baby's bed is called a crib.
A crib is when they are bigger. A cradle is for a small baby,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah, let's see, I tell you what we can do. Let's look at a picture of a cradle. I will pull up a picture for you guys so you can see. All right, so a cradle is used for a very tiny baby, like a newborn baby. And a crib is used for a baby as it gets older and when the baby starts to move around, okay? Let's pull this down. I have your names right over the screen. All right, let's see images for cradle. Do you see the difference? This is a good picture of a cradle. See the small baby? And the bed is very small for a very tiny baby, a newborn baby. Okay? And I will show you now crib, so you can see the difference. And this is a crib. Do you see how it's much bigger? And a larger child could stay inside, a baby who is older. All right. Now, another word on our list that you do not know. Waba, do you have a question or you wanted to add something?
No, I forgot to lower my hand. I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay, Leanne, what's your question?
No, I wanted to add something to the word cradle.
Tell us.
Birthplace.
That's right. A cradle is a birthplace. You can say, that's a bit advanced for grade 4 though, but a cradle could also be a birthplace, like the birth of civilization, which would mean the area where the life actually began. You could say the cradle of the rainforest, which means the area in which most life comes from in a certain area. Okay. All right, Tahir, do you have a question?
Yes. What
Go ahead.
does cuddle mean?
Which one?
What does cuddle mean?
Cuddle? Cuddle means
Yes.
to hug someone.
Yes, I want okay.
Okay. Make sure you guys mute your mics once you are finished speaking. Don't leave your mics on so we don't hear you talking behind. Abdurrahman, what is your question?
So what does pedal tangle hustle mean?
I'm sorry?
What does pedal
Pebble?
hustle mean?
I'm sorry, I can't make out what you're saying.
Pedal and tangle and hustle.
You're saying way too many words at once and I can't catch what you're saying. Say the first word.
Pedal.
Pebble?
Yes.
A pebble is a rock, a small rock. Okay, what's the other word?
Saddle.
I can't tell what you're saying.
Saddle. Saddle.
Honey, I can't tell what you're saying. I'm sorry. You can
Saddle.
write the word in chat.
Saddle.
Yeah, Adel, what's your question?
Miss, I want to understand rumble.
Which word?
Rumble. Rumble.
I don't see rumble. You mean humble?
No.
Ramble. You mean ramble.
Yes.
Okay, so when you ramble, it's kind of like you move around aimlessly or you speak aimlessly. You don't have a real goal. You're just saying anything, or you're kind of moving around in a way that doesn't make any sense. You're just kind of moving around every which way. Okay, that's to ramble.
Okay.
Okay. Abdurrahman, did you write it in the chat for me?
Yes.
Fiddle. The word is fiddle. Okay, a fiddle. Does anybody know what a fiddle is? Anybody know what a fiddle is? All right, a fiddle is like a violin. Okay, it's an instrument similar to a violin. Let me show you fiddle. We have less than 1 minute though. I'm afraid we'll run out of time before I can get the picture up for you, but I'll try. Okay, fiddle. This is a fiddle.